name's Eric. I'm making animated faces that you can talk to. Let me demo what I did yesterday. All right. So I've got these noses, and they are replaceable. They're also removable. You just take them off if you don't want a nose. There's no rule that says you gotta have a nose. Says the guy that doesn't have a nose. Tired of everyone acting like he's missing something important and he just doesn't have a nose. No big deal. I'm weird. Okay, and you can bring the nose back. And you can size it and all that. Okay, I got undo to work with these replacements, which is non-trivial because the way it works is that when you do an undo and you're going to like a previous part, it actually has to load that part in again. Like it's not just stored in memory someplace. So it actually disables all of the UI, loads the new part, replaces it, then re-enables the UI again. It does it really fast, but like if there was a case where like maybe you were loading that part off of a server someplace else and it was kind of slow, your internet was slow, then that's okay. The UI is going to handle that asynchronous operation, and it's maybe it takes 3 seconds or something like that for this image to come across the internet. Doesn't matter. The UI will be disabled, so you can't put the app into a bad state, and then it comes back in. So undo and redo, they're handling everything as they should. All right, so today what I want to do is do the same remove replace treatment in the same dialog here for replacement or choosing with mouths. Do all that with mouths instead of nose. I've got all the code to use as a pattern from nose, and I fixed all the bugs in the nose code, and I kind of handled all the stuff that had to be done for that case, so it shouldn't be too hard to do it for mouth. Now I only have one mouth part or one set of assets for the mouth, and it's complex to create new ones. Unlike the nose, which is a single image, the mouth is a sprite sheet, and it's got like a whole bunch of different states for the mouth. So I'm not going to try to create a brand new mouth, but what I will do is bring in the asset for the mouth and just make some copy of it that has a noticeable difference. And that'll make it so I've got two things to pick from in the dialogue for choosing the mouth. Also, forgive me, I am still waking up. My brain's a little bit slow. Coffee. Okay, Wisp, public, parts, Billy Mouth, duplicate, let's call it. Okay. We'll open that up. And okay, what are all these? Okay, at the top, I think I've got Visemes at the top, That's for talking. Then down here I've got the neutral mouth. Why don't we do this? Just give this guy a gold tooth. Okay, this is Billy Mouth 2. Save. Okay, then let's come back over here. Under public, parts, there's Billy Mouth 2. We also need the YML. Is there, let's see, let's open this up. I've got my part manifest. And this just is a file that the app can grab to know what are all the parts that are available. And it's used to populate the chooser dialog for the nose. This is how it knows which nose is to go in there. Same for the mouth that I'm going to do. Now it knows that there's 2 mouths to get it. I say it, but I haven't actually written the code to show all those mouths. But let's do that next. So I got a nose chooser. We'll use that as the pattern for the mouth chooser. And that is a TSX. This is just a component that wraps the part chooser component, which is generalized to handle more than just one type of part. Then let's go to the screen. Bring in the mouth chooser. I don't want to jinx myself, but I think this is going to be one of those gratifying times where a bunch of code that I worked at pretty hard previously is going to drop in and do its job because I wrote it the right way. I definitely jinxed myself with that. Okay, so with the mouth, I'll go ahead and follow the pattern. What is specified? Oh, right. Okay. come back to that. Come back to that. Okay, so that's the mouth selection pane. I will need to write those functions. But before I do that, let's underneath put the put this other stuff in. Mouth chooser goes here, just like the nose chooser. Oh yeah, gotta do this as well. Come up top and do wonder about do I want to have these in one? No, I don't think I do. Just for efficiency's sake, I don't want them all to be combined in one object. I was thinking about putting all the parts, like nose parts and mouth parts, together in one object, but that will mean a lot more render updates to things that don't really need to be re-rendered. So it's better to keep them separate, even though it's not as neat and tidy as if I tucked them all together. Okay, so on the init, do set mouth parts. Okay. Quite a bit to write in the other code base. Okay. Face screen interactions. What am I talking? The other code base? No, I mean the other module. All right. Words. Come up here, do the mouth part now. Okay, then let's go to init. What else? Let's go look at the red parts. Okay. not being used. Cool, I'll delete it. Okay, come back over here, see what is missing. Whole bunch of things. Arm replace mouth. That'll be the first one. Unreplace nose. I think another thing I want to do in this session is a little bit of refactoring on this particular module. Right. Well, let's alphabetize this. Okay, so that looks like it might be enough to get it to work. I got that feeling like I probably forgot something, but I might have gotten it all. Let's try it out. Well, look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing. Okay, that was super easy. I'm gonna add some logic for this. Because there's a thing where if I say remove, nothing specified, so it needs to show some different things there. Let's make sure undo works. There we go. And I notice also the mouth asset takes longer to load because of all the pixel processing it has to do. And there my UI disablement is helping. Okay. Okay. Is specified. Mouth. I think I could probably change this to be like on choose mouth or something like that. But let's not do that. Let's do on add mouth. On add nose. Specified is going to be equal to revision nose part no, not equals specified. I'll make a new constant. I like this is unspecified better. On add mouth, on add nose. I guess I could make these more compact, little one-liners. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Click the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, what do we think? Is it gonna work? So if I click on nose, and remove it, there we go, no nose. I add it. See, nothing was selected, that's good. The default in that is not wonderful, but it's all right. Alright, well that took me less than a half hour. Let's keep going, let's do the eyes. It's nice when things work quickly. Get status. Get add. Public. Get add source. Then let's do the eyes. Same way I just did it. That's weird. Yeah, okay. Alright, here's the eyes. For these, I'll color the eyebrows differently. Why not use the weird golden color? I'll do that. Boy, do they even have a flood fill tool anymore? I think... Oh, here it is. No, that's something else. Well, it's interesting that the flood fill tool is just not here anymore. Unless... Oh. Paint bucket tool. I see you. Okay. That's kind of what I wanted. Bring the tolerance down a bit. This asset takes the longest to load. It's got a lot of pixel manipulations to go through. Since it's only pixel manipulations, it does make me think at some point I'll be able to get them to operate much faster in one of two ways: WebAssembly or WebGL. Right now I'm using Canvas 2D, which is accelerated, hardware accelerated, but the operations for getting the pixels and modifying them, those are all done on CPU. And I could potentially just have a shader, and the shader could do all the color replacements, and that would just be fast. That would just happen without needing to do like a one-time operation. You can just let it be all the time applying the effects to things. But anyways, let's do save on this. Billy Eyes 2. All right. Don't save. Okay. Now I come back to my parts here. Okay, part manifest. Okay. Also, I need to remember to get these in a consistent order. So here, let's conceptually, that's fine, but these guys I'll do alphabetical. Set revision, parts, set disabled. Because these are all any variables, I just want to make sure that they're in the right order so I don't get confused. Let's go to init, make sure I got that right. Okay, so take this guy, put it here, and then you change to iParts. Okay, now back to face the screen. Just following my pattern here, pretty easy. It's one of those nice times when you've done some previous work and got it all set correctly. The pattern is known, you just copy the pattern. Don't need this extra bit of curly brace, so let's take that out. specified is going to be revision eyes part. Haven't made this class yet, but I know what it's going to look like. The singular plural is messing with me a little bit. I think I want it to be eyes parts. No, it doesn't make sense. Eye parts, okay. If you got another plural in the end, you wouldn't do double plural. So here I do eyes chooser, here eye parts. I think that's fine. Eyes chooser, based on the nose chooser. Back to face the screen. Let's do the import on this guy. Then go to here. Just take this, paste the copy, and edit. spidey senses are saying this should be drier. Don't repeat yourself. If I were to refactor this, I would have to pass in the name of a member, a part type, and then that's it. Okay, that's not so bad. Let's do that. I think it's revision partner name unspecified, something like that. Yeah. There we go. So with all that, I can turn my remove function into a one-liner. And it's going to be eyes partner. Part type will be eyes. And then set revision. Oh, hey Goose. I haven't looked at chat for a bit. Might have just missed you. But anyways, yeah, Happy New Year's. An unhealthy thing is that, like, all the stuff I'm supposed to do for New Year's, I would rather just sit here and write code. Fruits, yeah. Okay, it's much drier. Much drier. Now, do I want to do the same thing for the changed? Lunar. Rich. I mean, it's all relative, but I make a good living. I just, if you want to see like what I do, you can go to my LinkedIn page. It's I don't know. That's stupid. If you were interested, I'd show you my LinkedIn page. But I'm a director of engineering teams at a company called Climate Corporation. Makes software for farmers. So I do fine as far as getting a good paycheck. I'm a salary man. I'm not an entrepreneur. I have been at different times. The businesses that I did earlier, they weren't really, none of them were that profitable. I did write games for a while as a primary income. The contracting gigs paid more than my games that I released. But yeah, so now I've got a comfortable life. But basically, on my moonlighting time, I spend on my personal projects that express me and what I want to do. And I don't worry too much about making money from any of those because I've got like this nice day job that pays the bills. But yeah, it's like been 30 years of writing software and then managing teams that write software and then managing managers of teams that write software. Nothing special. It's a Toyota RAV4. So, 1 million of them on the road. Yeah. So this is basically just I'm just carving out some time to do the stuff that the world isn't paying me to do, but I love it anyhow. You are obsessed with wealth, my friend. I'm not that into fancy cars. Change. Do I want to refactor this? It's not worth it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's get the eyes going. Let's see if I can replace the eyes. There we go. Oh, it's showing the wrong thing though. It's showing parts for mouths, so let's fix that. Oh, so this means I saved it as a PSD instead of a PNG. But I think since I've got this weird state where it'll be like this, I'll go ahead and fix this presentation because the font's too big here. Let me see if I can get the font to something more reasonable. That's pretty good. Let's do that. Font size 0.5 rem. No, not here. Here, okay, right here. No, loading thumbnail right here. Okay, font size 0.5 rem. Okay, so that fixes that. But back into here. What is going on with that? Let's do a refresh. Make sure I'm not in a weird state. Okay. I did export that as a PNG, right? Maybe I didn't type the name correctly inside of the manifest. Or maybe I didn't add it to the manifest at all. Let's take a look. This looks right. Okay, do I have Billy Eyes too? I do. Parts Billy Eyes 2.yml. All right. Voice audio for my game. How much did it cost? I've got it all written down in a spreadsheet, but I don't want to show what I paid individual people because that might violate their privacy in some way they don't like. Let me think if I can just make a quick guess. It's probably right order of magnitude. So it was 40 actors. It was 2 hours of finished voice audio. I think I spent low thousands on it. So maybe like 3,000-4,000. The amount that I paid was Jesus. Let me see. Hold on. I've got all this stuff in a more public place. Go to the Discord, because I did all my auditions and the casting from Discord. Casting call entry point. GK1 cast. Closed auditions. Voice and games. Do I have it here? Geez, I posted a lot of stuff here. No numbers there. This is the list of all the parts coming in. All the characters. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Okay. At the top of here, I had pay. Okay, so here's an example. Word count 542 words. Pay $260. This one, I knew there was going to be more work to play around with it and get the right voice, so I paid for extra on that. Let's find another one that's more straightforward. I did have some kind of like calculation thing that would come up with these numbers automatically for me based on word count, but $200 for 260 words. It's $20 for 30 words. This was about the minimum that I would pay, even if the word count was lower than 30, because it's like there's a certain amount of work people have to do to just, even if it's just one line, they still have to do this fixed amount of work to set up. I've got something for you. I don't recommend Fiverr, and I've articulated why in a fair amount of detail in the past. Let me see if I can find this article I wrote. C-Space Labs. So I think, yeah, use Fiverr if you're not that worried about finding the best people for a part and getting like the best performances. And geez, where did I put that? Oh, in that case, yeah, Fiverr's not bad at all, to be honest. But I could tell you something else, though, is if you want a you know what, Fiverr's pretty good. Fiverr's pretty good for that. You'll find a lot of people that do good work on Fiverr. There isn't really a performance. So if you have a performance, like thinking theater and acting and telling a story, I don't recommend Fiverr. But if you got a straightforward task, just say these words, Fiverr should be great. The only trick you might have is finding a voice actor that will do a script that is in the form of what you want, as opposed to what their Fiverr offering is. So a lot of times on Fiverr, they'll say, I'll record a voicemail greeting for you, or they'll have like something specific they'll do for you. They'll say, I'll do a top 10 video for you. So if you have just like a script and it's got like 100 words in it or something like that, you should be able to find somebody that'll do it for a decent price, but you might end up doing some extra work trying to look for an actor that is specifically going to record that. But yeah, you should be fine, to be honest. A lot of the people that I worked with on this, the 40 different actors, they've got accounts on Fiverr too. All right, so let's see. Why is this not working? If I go to Billy Eyes 2 ping, I see it. It's a PNG. Billy Eyes 2 YML. You're saying 0 bytes for Billy Eyes 2 YML? Oh, that's the issue. That's the issue. Okay, get out of here. That is the issue. You just need to copy this into this, save that, and come back to here, do the eyes, place, there we go. Now it's not drawing the iris in there. It drew the eye back. It probably drew the iris. The iris is probably in some weird spot, like way up here. So there might need to be some code that sets the iris in the middle. But that's basically working. If I remove it, that's fine. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see if I can get that iris to render. So if I go to cell web face, look at the eyes. So what we got? Draw iris is an update. Left iris, right iris. Okay, let's see. Left iris, X and Y. Let's take a look at the pub sub stuff. So this is the one. Attention now gets set. The dx and dy and the eyes component state will get set. They must have some default value though. Yeah, I think this should be able to figure it out. Now make sure dx and dy are set initially. It looks like they are right here. Attention dx, attention dy is set there. And then we'll get set 0, 0, which is centered to begin with. I wonder if this was ever called on the eyes component state. Yeah, it was called right here. Yeah, but maybe this X and Y is set to something weird to begin with. I can understand why you'd want to do that. It will be localizable too, if you want to localize. Yeah, I think if I was trying to make the app be as enjoyable as possible, I would use real human voices. And that might add, for me, it would add, I don't know, you got 200 words, so that's like maybe $40 for somebody. And probably, all in all, everything taken into account probably would add like a couple days of work. Half of that time would be in interactions with the vendor, the voiceover artist, and taking the audio file they give me and editing it into chunks. And the other day would be writing the import and play code inside of the app. So for me, it'd be worth it. But in early days, when I don't know what all the words were going to be, I might use either my own audio that I recorded or text-to-speech. Yeah, okay, once it's out there, you can switch the audio file. Server side, having the audio server side interchangeable means I can have an endpoint to tell me what's left to have made. Nick Blue, I see you. I don't know what you're talking about as far as shadow banning test 2. Okay. Oh, I see what you're talking about. So you're going over a VPN and you're worried you might be shadow banned. Yeah. All right. So why are the irises not drawing? I would like them to draw. I think the way to figure this out is to see what state I'm in within the breakpoint. Okay, so for that, it's going to be a little tricky. Because I can't set the breakpoint on the iRendering code until... it's going to get called repeatedly for this guy. And I need it for a different instance. So how do I breakpoint this? Maybe I don't breakpoint it. Oh, I know. Okay, remove the eyes. Now there's no rendering code being called for that. Okay. But now I can set a breakpoint on the iRender, which will be inside of web face. Okay, so we come here. Cool, no breakpoint yet. Come here. It's already loaded this and generated the thumbnail. Wow. I mean, make it a good gen. You guys are making me want to go get like evening drinks, and it's morning for me. Okay, so my breakpoint should be someplace else. It should be inside of the thumbnail. And then I can step into this on render thing. Where is it? Oh, part loader. Part loader. Where's part loader? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right here. This is the place. This is the place right here. Okay, got it. Okay, which kind of part? That's the mouth. I don't care about the mouth. Play. Still a mouth. There's going to be a bunch of mouths. Oh, here's the eyes. This is it. This is it. Okay. Thumbnail context, X and Y. Question I care about is where are the irises going to draw? matters here? What matters here? Left iris, right iris. Left iris. Okay, it's starting at 0. And it's going to the target value. And I think I think this is in the top left-hand corner of the canvas, kind of like off here underneath the skin. And the tweening stuff is going to bring the eyes down over a number of frames to the middle. But because this is the very initial render, the very first render, it means that X and Y are not going to be in a visible spot until some more frames are drawn. So I probably need to make it so that it updates this value to the target value immediately after the load. Yeah, so update elapsed. Well, this is not going to be a good test because elapsed in the debugger is just ridiculously long. But normally elapsed would be like 0 at this point. And it's going to go into this block of execution, but only because I'm in the debugger. Here it's setting the value all the way to the end value for the tween. It's complete, and I'm betting that when I hit play, it's going to show the irises. Yeah, so it's going to be like 60 something, this value. 65. If I was to hypothetically massively increase performance of a library, we're not sure if what you changed was that way for a reason, what would you do? What I would do is, I'd be a good scientist about it, you know? So I'd run some experiments and just verify, is that change that I made responsible for the increase in performance? Am I really, comparing apples to apples? If it's some code that I've circumvented to get that performance, I would also be worried that the correctness of the change was incorrect. Suppose there's a whole bunch of code that what it does is verify you're not making a large mistake with the change to data. And you remove that check and everything works fine and it's faster. There might be some edge case someplace that slow code was responsible for handling. So I guess I just want to know why it's faster. You could figure that out by narrowing down the changes, or stepping through, or adding profiling. And I wouldn't accept the change unless I understood why it was faster. Skipping some string conversions. Yeah. But I'll tell you though, there's a lot of code out there that just is written really slow. Computers are so fast that we just get used to writing code in ways that are slower. It takes us less time to write the code that way, or we don't have to think as hard about it. And then over time, these decisions accrue and the code gets slower. And there's usually a lot of low-hanging fruit for optimization in most code bases. Okay. So I know what's going to happen here. I hit play. And I will see the irises. Except that yeah. Okay, makes sense. So I understand the reason why it's not drawing irises, and I know how to fix it. Let's go. Let's go to onload. Okay. I think I need a new method. Maybe. Or can I just set the value? Can I just say value equals 0? Oh, that actually works. Let me go look at this code. Tweened value. Some basic animation code. If I can set the value, I think I will also need to get the target, because otherwise I don't know. Let's see. Turn to value. Okay, so that, and then come back to eyes value equals all right. Now we get deeper into the situation with Nick Blue. You see, I was using the chess library that would take up to 41 milliseconds to make a single move. C version that make a 200 to 300,000 moves in 10 milliseconds. Yeah. Then you check that the function is converting from a string that was generated by a previous part of the code to an object. All right, some kind of serialization. Problem is there was a non-exposed function did the same thing, but already generated as objects. After carrying the check for the conversion, exposed another function, my code went from, yeah. Nice. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, stuff like that is, yeah, what Goose said. It's a fair amount of work to submit a PR into somebody else's repo. So personally, what I usually do is I post an issue, like Goose said, and then just like sort of see if the maintainer is even like around or wants a PR. Like maybe they already have like their own branch someplace that's got a fix for the exact same thing or makes it moot. But I usually don't submit a PR unless the maintainer says, yeah, I'll take it. And sometimes when you suggest a change, the maintainer will tell you something you don't know about that, like the change you made would break some other issue. All right, I believe that will fix this bug. Let me see how it does. Got one of the irises. Okay, that suggests that I probably typoed something. Oh, I just didn't do the right iris. Okay. I feel like I could encapsulate this inside of this iris. Is this iris info or is it iris area? Okay, that is iris info. So let's see if I can encapsulate that. Here, let's grab this. And I'll just stick a little function in it. Yeah, it's better to get a PR in than to have the change be just in your local fork. Because then later on that library will update and you'll have to keep on updating your fork with their code, and maybe it starts coming into conflict with your change that you made and it gets to be more work. So I would say it's worth it to see if you can get your change into the repo, or to learn that your change is moot, that the maintainer's got some other plans, or to learn that your change is dangerous and will cause some trouble for you. So I would definitely engage with the repo maintainer. Yeah, and don't worry about being like not as good of a programmer, like the maintainers at a higher level than you or something like that. Just speak humbly and objectively, and maybe you end up learning something. Maybe you help them out. Yeah, GitHub issue, because if you're a maintainer, you want like a normal pattern of how to handle things that come in. Exactly. Exactly what Goose said. All right, there's my irises. Of course. Get status. Let's see. Get commit. This gives me removable, replaceable eyes, mouth, and nose. The last one is going to be a little bit trickier. It'll be the head. Get add public. Get add source. Get commit a. This is replaceable and removable eyes. Git push, bam. Bam, Okay, so we got replaceable eyes, replaceable nose, replaceable mouth. What about the head? The head can never be removed. It can only be replaced. We can resize the head. Oh, I never tried it like that before. That is creepy looking. It's fun to play with these faces. I look forward to getting this deployed to a web location so other people can mess with it. Okay, the head replacer. I've got so much art laying around. I should just see if I can reuse something else. Let me see what else I've got. That might be a little more fun. Go into the God Killer. Let's look at the faces I've got there. Orc assets, faces. That's not a bad one. I'm gonna do Quinzo. I can do a lady face. Let's do a lady face. Maybe the queen. Maybe M. That guy's got a weird face. Thea. Nah, not her. Female bystander. Okay. I would like to use this one, but I can see with that line there, I'll have to mess around with some stuff I don't want to. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. And I haven't used it in anything else yet, so. All right. So for this all to work, to remove a lot of things. Okay, I'll take the eyes out. Take all the motions out except for neutral. Okay. And get rid of some of these other layers. Get rid of the background. Merge these together. Okay. And let's get rid of the features that will be dropped on top. So this other rig is from a game I wrote. It's got a different set of assumptions about how the assets will fit together. So what I need to do is make this into an asset following the style of Wisp. And with Wisp, there are no eye holes in the head. There's eyes that plop on top of the head. I will not try to make this beautiful. I just want another head. That's probably pretty close to doing it. The other thing I need to change is this stuff here. Let's bring up another head graphic. Billy head, PSD. What did you just... File, save as, save, okay. File, open recent. Oh, fine. Okay. Okay, so I need to do two things. I need to have the palette for the skin match. Let's do non-contiguous. Okay, so then grab this guy and just paint over the mask. The other thing I have to do is create a skin mask, which is pretty easy. Okay. This artwork was created by an artist I work with. Her name is Bettina Throckmorton, and she made all of the faces for the God Killer game that I released last year. Okay, let's crop this. So I'm just using what I need. How big is this? Pretty large. I think I could have it. So for that would be, well, just make it a little bit smaller. 400 wide, that seems good. Okay. Then I'll double my canvas horizontally. Okay. So for this, it's at X400. I set it ahead by 400 pixels. Okay, that is placed exactly. Now I need to delete out the hair, basically, and leave just the skin, and that will be my mask. Easiest way to do that, I think, is going to be with this color stuff. No, I think I'm wrong. I think just lasso it. Or not lasso, whatever this thing's called. Polygon lasso. I guess it is a lasso. Okay, so I'll just go like that. So Bettina's got this vector style. It's very practical. It's very polished. I think she ends up authoring these things in Illustrator, then brings them over to Photoshop. I think that's her flow. She'll switch flows a lot over the years. I've seen her change to different sets of tools and use those. I am a little bit torn because I like the sloppiness and not just the sloppiness, but the humor you get from ink strokes that are more organic. The funniest anime character I ever made was also the stupidest looking, like the least polished. So if I engage with her again to create a bunch of assets, I think I may try to get her to follow kind of a ugly, funny style. It's like one artist or one show that is like the best example of this. Mr. pickles. So that style, it makes me laugh. Everybody's kind of ugly and weird. And like, this is not, well, this is fan art here. Let me see. Let's get one from the show. Like, this is not the most polished art style, but it is funny. Same with South Park. South Park, you get laughs by how cheesy the art looks. So anyways, that's the mask. Let's I see this little speck here I'm going to take out. There we go. Save that, export that. Okay, bystander head PNG, it's going to go under public, parts, bam, like that. Okay. Come back over here, and where's Billy head? YML. Okay, grab that, save that, create another one for that. Bystander head.png. No, .yml. Save that. Come down here, we say that we've got a new part for heads. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. I kind of want to finish up this head thing, and then I'll break for brunch, but this might be another half hour to an hour to do that. Okay. I do need my second cup of coffee. Tell you what, I'm going to get my second cup of coffee. I'm going to come back. I'm going to finish the head. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be me gone for 2 minutes getting my coffee. Everybody else got gin.
Just look away. Pushing on its own doesn't matter. I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on that.
Back to bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other one and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear a path.
She pushes someone
She's one of those.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on
Back to
that.
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
We'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other one and see what they say.
You're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we get a beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear a path.
She pushes someone
She's one of those.
in the first place. But do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't
focus on her
That's a
actions.
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
It'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other car and see what they say.
Okay, you're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid
get a
of her.
beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. She violent. I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on her
That's a
actions.
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
It'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other car and see what they say.
Okay, you're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid
get a
of her.
beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. She violent. I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on her
That's a
actions.
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
It'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other car and see what they say.
Okay, you're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid
get a
of her.
beard in here? Why is it that hard? She just wanted people to clear the path.
She pushed someone.
She's one of those.
At first glance, but do we understand?
Hey, just look away.
What a bruise.
Pushing on its own doesn't matter. She violent. I've pushed people by accident.
Rather we not focus on her
That's a
actions.
bad look. He's upset, but he's always upset.
She's probably fine, but don't draw attention to
I
yourself.
don't care if she's a pusher.
Why?
It'll go back to normal. Just wait a
They
bit.
want to ruin it for everyone else.
Send the other car and see what they say.
Okay, you're saying
Hey,
she's too
nobody
pushy.
died.
You should be more
Can we
afraid
get a
of her.
beard in here? Why is it that hard?
Alright, alright, alright. Boom. Alright, there's the head. And then make a head chooser. Head chooser is there. Let's go to the faces screen. Just gonna follow the pattern again. The head is a little bit different though, because it's kind of like it's the root. It's the root component that everything's attached to. So I have to take a little bit of care with it. Okay. So this is different because you can never remove the head, so it's a little bit simpler in some ways. You can only replace the head because the head is the root. If I removed it, there would be nothing for all the other parts to attach to. Let's go into the interactions. Extras are going to be different. I'll have to think about extras in a different way when I get to them. But I'm not to them yet. Extras are different kinds of parts. You can have multiple extra parts. They don't fit into one of the known slots. Things like hats and eyeglasses and ponytails and stuff like that. Okay. Different. Okay. Find the little part number. Okay. Need to go and change that function to work with the head. So before I forget, let's go fix that. There we go. That will probably do it. Okay, this I have to think about a little bit. There won't be a remove. There won't be an add. Okay, so the places to look at are change part, update for face related revision. So let's look at change part first. I already wrote some code to do the replacement here. That's good for me. Very future thinking I was. Okay. Update face from document. I believe that I am returning the updated part, which could be replaced. The updated head. Okay. Constant next head. Does that work? Yeah, I'm returning the head. Okay. I could just simply do this. There we go. And then if it returns the same head as before, there is no bad thing about assigning that redundantly to the variable. Okay, selection box is to match face. next focus part. I kind of wonder, like, do I already have something in here that will return the head? Oops, went by it. Okay. Yeah, I do. So since I already have that, I can take out the redundant code that I added. Yeah, this is the redundant code right here. Okay, so that's good. I remember there was one other thing to look at. On head changed. Update for face related revision. Document equals head. Create face document for the head. Vision manager, add changes, document changes. Publish fit. This all seems fine. Okay. Back to the faces screen. Need some imports. Okay, up here. Need some imports. Okay. Clean these up. What's that? To do? Yeah, okay. So I feel like there's going to be a bug, but I think it might at least work on the first try. I give it a 53% chance of working the first time. I give it a 20% chance of working bug-free. Okay, so I've got the head selected. Let's go ahead and replace. Okay, so far it's working. There's my new one that I created. Alright, there she is. I did lose my eyes, mouth, and nose. I think I understand why. It's a reparenting thing. Alright, so I guess I called it correctly. It works with bugs. So that's the thing. If you replace the head, the children need to be reparented to the new head. Let me think, where is the best place to write that code? Let's see. On head changed. Change part. Let's do it inside a change part. Okay. So here's how we do it. I can make this simpler. Okay, that might do it. Okay, let's replace. Okay, a few issues. Boy, it is nice to have a new head type. I'll say that though. Okay. So the one issue seems to be that the selection box on the head is just always there. I'm not sure why. It looks like there are two selection boxes. There's one that's kind of just always there all the time, and that needs to be gotten rid of. Let me try removing all the other parts and see what happens then. Whoops. Okay. So the head has got an extra selection box on it. Got it. I know what it is. I know what it is. It's not all the children that I'm setting the parent to. It is the non-UI children. There we go. Yeah, that fixes it. Something off there. There we go. Okay. Okay, there's something else though. The nose is now underneath the mouth. I don't like that. I think it's because okay, how would that work? If I set the parent, that adds it to the other head. the order that I add them in may matter. But first one should draw first. So it's a little confusing. There's enough going on here. I'll put it inside of its own function. Old head. New head. Okay, and let's do 4 equals children, length -1, I greater than or equal to 0. Add them in reverse order, basically. Children. Set parent, and then we'll go to the new head. Okay. What? No, you think I should have... Shut up. You don't need to give me spelling tips for names of functions. Can I shut that off? Yeah, let's do that. There. Okay, I suspect that fixes it. Okay, so now you're still above. Weird. How? So here you're correctly putting the nose in front of everything. Let's change the head. Here you're behind. So it seems that that doesn't make any difference. We'll try it again. Okay, that's fine. That works. I have no idea why. Okay, let's see how undo does. Oh, worked. You okay? This is looking feature complete to me. Undo. Okay, redo. Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can make this look like a female. Find one of the less pronounced noses. Make it small. I probably need. Probably need better assets than what I've got to make it look like an attractive female. But this sort of looks like a tomboyish female. I suppose the hair is gonna look kind of boyish. Yeah, alright. Well, that's a good session. This is my victory point. I've got everything in, plus more than what I set out to do at the beginning of the session. And I like to end the session on a good note with work done, with my goal achieved, and that's what has happened. So I'm going to call that a stream. Stopping the stream. For everyone that was here, thanks for hanging out. I will catch you later. Stopping the stream.